Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Fedira Nur Aini. My name is 2322009 and 1. I am from class B1 and now I will try to explain about materials, interpreting, translating, simultaneous interpreting, and consecutive interpreting. Interpreting is translating from one language to another language with orally and do real time like conferences, and we be quick time from translating. And according to Shuttleworth and Cowie, interpreting is oral translation from source language to the target language. Or what is source language and target language? For the example, VR is interpreting from Indonesia and we have job a Korean country. And when we there Korea, target language is Korea and source language is Indonesian language. Translating is translating from one language to another language, and we have a long time for translation, and we can use dictionary or another references for ensure translator accuracy. Differences between interpreting and translating. Interpreting, number 1, a spoken, number 2, real time, and number 3, we just get to the main point. Meanwhile, translating, number 1, spoken, number 2, we have a long time for translation, and the last, what is translated is delivered exactly the same. Simultaneous interpreting. Simultaneous interpreting is a translator who listens to speak when someone speaking at the same time, only a few words different. And there is fact about simultaneous interpreting. The first one, usually simultaneous interpreting use an international conference like a card. Why at the card we must use simultaneous interpreting? Because we need speed duration, we need speed translation, and we need well high accuracy. And number 2, translator or interpreters sits in both zone and he wearing a microphone and headphone. And number 3, translator or interpreters almost speak at the same time as the speaker and only different 2 until 3 words different. And there is also process of simultaneous interpreting. Number 1, listening to the speaker. Number 2, translate what was speaker talk. Number 3, listening and translating. And the last, adhering to the point from the speaker to the audience wearing a microphone. Consecutive interpreting. Consecutive interpreting is translator to listen speaker and after speaker convey a few sentences, interpreters translating what was speaker talk. And in consecutive interpreting, we need a book, pen, or gadget, or tablet for write or draws. And usually in consecutive interpreting, we use method note taking. What is note taking? Note taking is write or draw manually or digitally or simplify the translator, and note taking using symbol systematic. And there is fact about consecutive interpreting. Number one, usually consecutive interpreting, we need a pen or book for write or draw. And number two, usually consecutive interpreting use note taking, and translator must write or draw fast because translator catch up to the speaker. And number three, interpreters translating from short language to the target language after speaker finish speaking. And last, interpreter interpreting with sequentially and with eye. And there is also process of consecutive interpreting. When speaker speaking, translator writing, and when speaker stops speaking, translator interpreting what was speaker taught. And these differences about simultaneous and consecutive. Number one, simultaneous. Number one, real time. And next, interpreters sit in person and wearing microphone and headphone. Number three, almost the same time. Number four, need a quick time for translating. And the last, usually used at international conferences. For the example, diplomatic. And meanwhile, consecutive interpreting, translating, translate to speaker, translate after speaker speaking a few sentences. Number two, need a book or pen or gadget for write and draws. And number three, usually use small meetings such as interview.